Right, what I've got for you guys today is an analysis grid creator. One of the things we have to do as teachers is always make analysis grids on our practical and our theory papers, and it's good to know if the paper was too easy, too difficult, just about right, and what sort of questions and the level of questioning that we used in our exam papers. This is based on Bloom's Taxonomy, which is what most teachers are using to evaluate their exams, and this is very powerful for theory exams. We can modify a little bit for the practical, but for CAT teachers and IT teachers, I think the theory, this is perfect for you guys. So if we take a look, it's all an Excel spreadsheet. It's pretty cool. I've got the Bloom's grid over here. We've got all the various levels. In Bloom's Taxonomy, we have 6 levels, okay? From level 1, knowledge and remembering. We have level 2, comprehension and understanding. Level 3, application and applying of knowledge. Level 4 is analysis or analyzing things. Level 5, synthesis and evaluating. And level 6, evaluation and creating. We've taken the first 2 levels and put them into the lower order thinking. The level 3 and 4 make up the middle order thinking skills, and level 5 and 6 are higher order. Our papers are basically broken down into 30, 40, 30. So 30% is a lower order. That's what you really want to do. 40% is sort of middle order, which is kind of middle of the road, not too easy, not too difficult, but sort of effective. And then of course another 30% of your paper needs to be higher order questions. So let's start by looking at the input data tab. Right, this is the input data worksheet. This is where all the magic happens. All you have to do is click and type and click and type. It's very easy. Everything else happens for you. So we go to question number and we enter the number of the question. Now I'm assuming you have your exam paper in front of you. Okay, that's kind of important. So let's say it's question 1.1. The mark allocation, you can either type in a mark or choose from a list of numbers if you wanted to. So let's say it's worth 1 mark. Now the main keyword is here. When you click inside this cell, you can select from a whole list of options from A to Z or W a keyword or main phrase that is relevant to your question. For example, let's say question 1 is how many blah blah blah. So I can either go and choose the word how, or I can even just type it in and press enter. You can see it's been selected in the list there. As I select my main keyword, you'll see that it shows me here where this keyword has been found. It has been found in level 1, and level 1 is basic knowledge. If this is correct for this question, you can see according to my progress checker here, everything is correct, ready to go. We add the question. You get a confirmation question added. Done. You may now start with your next question. Right, as we begin for our next question in our question number, you can see if you kind of forget where you were, this keeps track of the last thing you did. Alright, so the previous question was 1.1, it was 1 mark, and it was a level 1 question. So let's say we're doing question 1.2. The mark allocation, let's give it, maybe it's 2 marks, and let's say the question here is oh my goodness, let's find one. Define, let's do define. I'm sure it's there somewhere. Oh, there we go, define. Right, define, again, it's a level 1, that's perfect. I can see that I've filled all the steps. If there's a step missing, so let's just delete the mark allocation, you'll see that it actually tells you that something's missing. If you try add the question, it will remind you to make sure that you've done all 4 steps. So we'll just put the number 2 back in there. Oh, there we go. Great, ready to go. Let's say you've changed your mind and you want to redo this question, for example, before you've added it. You must click the reset button. If you click reset, it'll say clear any data. If you are sure, you say yes. It then clears the data on that page. Nothing has been entered. You see your last mark still 1.1. So let's go ahead and add this one, and let's just choose something else here for analyze. There's a level 4, for example, and we'll just say add, and it is done. Now, to see how our analysis grid is looking at the moment, at the bottom, analysis grid. Let's take a look, click on it. There you can see at the moment we have 1.1 it's worth 1 mark. It was a level 1 question. 1.2 for 2 marks, a level 4 question, and then you can see it's also giving you a breakdown as we go, all in real time, which is pretty cool. Okay, now here, question 1.3 for 4 marks. Let's say a particular question has more than 1 level, okay, and we need to figure out which one it is. So for example, if I go to contrast, here you can see I've chosen the keyword contrast, and I've already identified that it appears as a level 2 keyword, but also as a level 4 keyword. You need to be able to decide now, is this a lower order thinking question or a middle order thinking question? Is this a level 2 or is this a level 4? And then once you've made up your mind, if you can't quite work it out, go back to your blooms, go back here and just refresh your memory here. Take a look at level 2, scroll down, take a look at level 4 and see which one is relevant. Back to input data, right, so it says more than 1 level is available, choose the appropriate level below. So I click in this cell, see, it tells you what to do. Click over there and I can choose now between 1 and 6. Now you're not limited to level 2 and 4. You can override this if you want. For example, if I think it's a level 5 question, I can click level 5. It will say please check you've chosen an appropriate level, but that's fine, it will still accept that. But it is recommended that you go with what has been recommended. So level 4, it then highlights. So let's say this is a level 4 question. You'll see this tells me what level I'm going to be using. Oh my goodness. This tells me what level I'm going to be using, and then click ask question. Question has been added. Let's take a look and see how our analysis grid is looking now. There it is there, look at that. Beautiful. In real time you have your analysis grid results in graph format as you're working, and then of course an analysis of your levels as well. Very useful. If you want to start again and just like completely start from scratch, click the bomb. Okay, yep, click it. This will erase everything. So you can, are you sure? You say yes, everything's wiped out, and you start with a clean slate from the beginning again, and you can start all over again if you want to. There is a help tab, help worksheet if you're really stuck. It's pretty intuitive and straightforward. The only dangerous section is this section here, the editing section. Okay, and I don't recommend this. All right, let me do this. Okay, if you break it, you fix it. Pretty much that's how it's going to be. You can, let's say you have a keyword and it's not in the list, and you want to add this keyword to this. Well, in the help section there's a nice button here. It says open the main keyword list. Click on the button, and here are all the keywords. There are 2 steps here. Number 1 is add a keyword to the list. So let's click add a keyword to the list, and let's think of a word that we should have added that maybe was missing, which was reflection. Reflection. Okay, now it doesn't exist. That's great. So reflection. There we go. I've now added it to the list. Number 2, I now need to add that to the correct level. So let's say I click on now, add that to the correct level, and that was an analyzing or an analysis one. So I'm going to scroll down, and at the bottom of level 4, analysis and analyzing, I'm going to also write reflection, and that's it. That's all you have to do, and then you just close that. And that is how you can add words to your key list. So when you go to your main keywords, now obviously I haven't sorted these yet, so it's probably going to be at the bottom. There it is down at the bottom. I will build this into another build where it'll automatically sort that alphabetically for you, but again you can just type it in. But there you go, that's how you edit in the help screen. Okay, from the help screen there. Okay.